Hello, hello, Arkthepieking here, back with another episode of Let's Play Vice, Project Doom. And we are in some sort of a factory type thing. I don't quite remember what was happening in the story last episode, but I'm sure it's not that important. These fan sections are a little bit tricky there, just because the fans actually do damage you, and you'll get knocked off and die, which is bad. I don't know why I ran into that. That was just stupid. See, I hate this part right there, just because the camera is so far to the left that you don't actually have any reaction time, and there's a couple of cheap hits there, which is sort of annoying. It becomes almost necessary to know what the enemy placement is going to be ahead of... Dang it! Ahead of time. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Getting hit by the fans is an instant death there, and the moving ladders certainly do not help things. There we go. There we go. That wasn't too bad. One thing I really like about this game is, as long as you give every threat the, I guess the word would be the respect it deserves, then you really don't have to worry about dying too much. And that doesn't even necessarily mean taking everything slowly, but just observing what's around you and the enemies and the enemy placement and reacting accordingly. Making use of the tools you've got and basically just muscling through the stage. I really like that the game rewards you for that without being overly critical and punishing for missing something. Oh, that second hit should not have hit me. Whatever. I like this room. Just ride up and take it easy. Nice and slow. Oh, I don't even need that health. I'm at full health, whatever. And onto a boss. This guy's not too bad. He is, however, kind of kicking my butt right now. I have never had many problems with him. Goodness. Oh, wow, that was way closer than it should have been. Holy cow. Whatever, we got him. And something is in danger. I don't know if that's a typo or if it's supposed to be dramatic. And it's Reese. We don't know who Reese is, but there he is. I believe that he is Heart's old partner or something to that effect, but don't quote me on that. Anyway, he found the source of the green slime, and we're gonna find out who that was. Who is, producing the green slime, I mean. And it's a conspiracy from a man with our face. That's creepy. Especially since we're still using our face. And our supposed guardian angel is still keeping a watch on us. And Reese is now dying. Poor guy. And apparently they've got the girl. We gotta save her. The girl being Christy. Not Sophia. What in the world is going on here? And I have no idea what this chip is supposed to be. Although Sammy is actually the company that makes the game, so there's that. But that was really vague. I do love this stage a lot. I just think it's a ton of fun. There's a lot of really cool, kind of fancy platforming that you can do. And again, this stage is a great example of treating the threats with the respect that they deserve and being able to do the stage. Oh, darn it. Oh well. I will say that the placement of those green guys is a little annoying just because they fire at such an odd frequency. But the birds aren't actually as bad as they are in a lot of other games. Cough Cough Ninja Gaiden. There's really just no good way to avoid him because he hits you mid-jump. Like, I'm just not sure how the game expects you to know them. We're in the sewer now, which is kind of odd considering we were just on a train, but I love those rats because they have a really... I'll say it's a complex AI for an NES game. They change what they do based on their proximity to you. Also, these waterfalls, or this water section, standing to the left will move you, standing to the right will move you, but standing directly in the middle will not, so that's something to keep in mind for the platforming. I don't know if I've ever successfully killed this rat without getting hit first. Oh, well, I just did now. Jump down here, and this area is generally about planning, just making sure that you do want to take this area kind of slowly, since everything kind of changes the way that you might want to approach something. My fault for scratching my nose right there. Okay. Oh, he almost actually killed me. That was almost really bad. I've got 48 grenades. It's not like I'm in any danger of running out. And picked up even more. This game is really, really generous with the pickups. Like, you basically have unlimited of whatever weapon you want to use. And I totally just whiffed. There we go. A little bit more health. Now this jump looks like it's going to be really tricky with him down there, but really all you want to do is just wait until he's walking away and then jump down and bat him. And I like this spot because you can just duck and just totally own everything on the way down since the water's pushing you. And we're on to another boss, and this boss gave me heck the first couple times I fought him, because I didn't know the pattern. But once you learn it, it's not too bad. You wait for the crescent, jump down and hit him a couple of times, go between the bullets, and rinse and repeat. I'm sure that there is a more efficient way of doing this, but I don't know what it is, and this works for me. Oh, that did not work for me. I totally jumped way too early. Making some amateur mistakes up in here. And it's also generally a bad idea to try to jump and hit him like I just did. I actually got lucky. His hitbox is way bigger than it looks, and it's very easy to accidentally jump into it and smack yourself. I tried to get fancy. Oh my gosh, that was almost really stupid. Okay, no big deal. And we are demanding answers. And we get silence. And once again, we're demanding answers. And we get mumbles, which is sort of like answers. Well, let's just give up and keep going. I'm not sure what the transition here is, like why we're in suddenly this super electricity-filled place. But I do know these gear enemies are one of my least favorite enemies to fight in the game, because the arcs on their throw are very awkward, and it makes it quite difficult to jump over them or go under them. And there we go. You can actually kind of knock them and change it, but I don't find that to be a very reliable method of dealing with them, honestly. I find it easier to just kind of deal with it as it comes and let it be. I do, however, love the movement patterns on those orbs. I think they're really cool. They move very robotically. And it's one thing I really like about this game. It's got such an interesting, variety of enemies. The game doesn't really, do the palette swap thing very often. And when I say that, I mean, where two enemies will act exactly the same. I guess more of a sprite swap, actually. Where two enemies will act exactly the same, even though they have, different sprites. Ah, darn it, couldn't get through in time. This guy's kind of tricky. Oh well. Oh my gosh. Very bad position I just put myself in. It's one thing I do have it's one quirk with the controls that I definitely do not like, is that you cannot control your jump height. Your jump is always going to be at the maximum height. Now this section, this spot I think is great game design. Let me scroll the camera back down. Now, it looks like there's a bottomless pit down there, but if you look close, you can see that spark moving back and forth, which shows that that is a spot that you can stand on. Because otherwise, you can't actually make that jump to that ladder, so you have to observe your surroundings to figure out what's going on. And I think that's really cool. I don't know why I thought that was solid floor. It was just dumb. Go down here, and after this room is another boss. Now, this is actually a game that I've wanted to Let's Play for a really long time, and I didn't. But I digress. On to the next boss. I have an interesting strategy for this guy, and it totally didn't work. That's okay. I still got up here. You can honestly just outpace this guy's damage pretty easily. He's not much of a boss. But you do have to get to that middle platform really fast, because he'll rack up the damage quite quickly. And who's looking for us? Let's find out. Shift our gaze to the left, and oh look, it's Sophia! She has kind of a funny face. She looks like that meme face. I think it's called Lenny face? Yeah, something about heart being cold like an icebox. And we're worried about Christy. And Christy has been abducted by biotech lab guys. Be something or other. Biotech. So I guess we're gonna go investigate the biotech lab, wherever that may be. But we know where it is, apparently. And here we are. I like this stage. Then again, I like most of the stages in this game. I just find the enemies to be kind of interesting to fight against. Like, those guys, they try to tackle you, but if they get far enough away, then they will, yeah, I just don't want to deal with that anymore. There we go. Ah, I knew that was going to happen. And sometimes it is good to kind of swat away the, uh-oh. Yeah, that was unavoidable. That was my fault for waiting so long. Sometimes it's good to swat away the gears. Most of the time I find it's not, though. But again, like there, sometimes it can be really useful. There we go. I'm not worried about that coin. The blue ones take 1 hit to kill, the orange ones take 2. Or I guess more brown than orange, but... the one thing I like about the grenade is it doesn't actually do more damage, it just hits twice. So it will kill things, but it takes just a little bit for it to actually deal the killing blow because of its damage properties. Going through here, and oh look, there's a dude in a tube back there. That's kind of creepy. I also like this section because you have to stand here and wait for the whoa! He almost carried me off the cliff. And wait for the block to actually disappear. And squeeze in between those. Yeah, those guys will almost always hit you because they're just so darn fast. Ah, I deserved that. I tried to rush it. Oh, I'm surprised he actually got me. Uh-oh. There we go. Oh boy. Oh boy. And I'm not going in with quite full health, but I think I should be able to take this boss on. Especially when I keep making mistakes like that. Nope. I deserved that. Oh well. Okay, take 2. Time to take this one a little more seriously, instead of zoning out and jumping into the boss a bunch of times. Pretty close to actually doing extra life. So I'm gonna try to get as many coins as possible too, because I don't want to go back to the beginning of the stage. I mean, I do have 2 lives, you know, the 0 counts. It's one inconsistency I've never liked in games is, you know, sometimes the 1 is the last life you've got, after that it's game over, and sometimes the 0 is the last life. You know, it's almost like the difference between remaining lives and remaining extra lives. This is a very bad position. Still not going in with full health. Let's see if I can actually pull off my quick kill strategy on him this time. Nope. There we go, got a little bit of it. The best strategy I've found is to get on a platform and, yeah, just wail on him. If you can get on the little pixel next to him, then he dies. But, oh no, him? I meant her, because that's Christy. And she's so glad to see Hart. He's really upset about what just happened. Now, campy and silly as this game is, and this scene is, you've gotta at least respect that this is kind of a sad thing that just happened. He basically got tricked into killing his mutated girlfriend, lover person, you know, somebody he very clearly cares a lot about. You know, imagine trying to live with that, you know, killing something, a monster, even in self-defense, and then it turns out to be someone important in your life. That's gotta be a terrible feeling. But she got him information about the Beta Corporation, and he is going to be using that to its fullest potential. By the way, those glass containers in the back, they look just like Hart. So we are definitely on the path to finding out what's going on there. He's asking for some spiritual help from the now deceased Christy. And we're into another driving section, but we're going to go ahead and end this here. We'll pick up the driving section next time. Thank you for watching Let's Play Vice Project Doom, and have a nice night.